Hey everyone, how you doing today? It's Marla. Hopefully everyone is doing well. I have my hair up. I'm just trying to get ready and I thought it would be fun to do a quick video on a couple of questions that I had sent to me, and instead of answering those people separately, I thought it would be just as easy to do a quick video and answer the questions. I have had a couple people ask me about my diet, about my exercising, how do I keep my kind of metabolism running efficiently over 55, and I thought it would be easy just to explain what I do and how I exercise. Now, I don't exercise with any typical equipment like weights. I don't use bands anymore, any traditional bands. I do what I now call kind of tensing and relaxing, and it really has made a huge difference in my muscle tone. I've been able to develop my calves that way. I've been able to develop my upper arms that way. I don't have really much of a jiggle. I don't have really big arms, but I do have toned biceps and toned triceps and defined shoulders and some muscles in my back. The only piece of equipment that I would actually say is an exercise piece of equipment that I use is a bicycle. Other than that, I don't use anything else. I don't go to the gym. I have chronic pain issues, so I don't really have the ability to lift heavy weight. I don't have the ability to do repetitions of things. So I've had kind of develop a way to be able to develop my upper body, keep it toned, and not have to do anything involving traditional weights or repetitions. What I do when it comes to diet, I don't have a diet per se. I just don't eat processed foods, and I don't eat fast food, and I don't eat tons of carbohydrates. I do eat carbohydrates though. It's not like they're totally off the table, but I don't eat sweets and processed foods. I mean, that is it. Pretty much. Now, I do eat what I would consider some, when I say no processed foods, I'm talking like chips, crackers, pretzels, things like that too much. Obviously, once in a while, I do have a cracker, but normally I try not to buy them and have them in the house. What I normally would eat would be some Greek yogurt with some protein seeds on top of it. I do eat lots of seeds, lots of nuts. I eat meat, I eat steak, I eat chicken, I eat fish, I do eat leafy vegetables, salads, greens. I know I had one person comment on looking at one of my videos on one day that I ate, and they really didn't even see exactly what I ate, and they said, oh, you're only consuming less than 1,000 calories a day. And I'm like, no. I consume a lot of calories. I have to, because I do a lot of exercising. I walk several miles a day, and every other day I bike 15 miles. I gotta eat to do that. Or I would be passing out. So I do eat, it's just that I eat smart. And some of the things that I've incorporated into, and I would probably say 2 tricks that I've always had and kind of have tweaked a little bit when it comes to staying slim and trim is, number 1, when I'm hungry, instead of snacking on crap, I will get 2 tablespoons of ground peanut butter that just has nuts that are ground from Whole Foods store. 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, and that's it. It kills my appetite and also really gives me a little bit of protein and fills me up. It really satisfies me. Secondly, the other thing I've been doing is drinking 2 teas a day. Now, this tea is kind of special tea. It's herbal tea that my naturopath kind of grounds for me. Any tea will do. I'm not here trying to push skinny tea or anything like that. I'm just talking about any tea. Any tea you want to drink. That really has helped a lot, because it's like 2 big full glasses of water filling up your belly as a way to just kind of hold me between meals. So good. I think he said he had ground earthworm up in this time in my tea, but they're dead. The other thing, my type of exercising involves, okay, if you look at my calf muscles are extremely chiseled. extremely cut out. And the way I've been able to develop my calf muscles to be that chiseled is by walking alone. I don't run. I don't do any power walking. I just walk at a half decent pace, nothing outrageous. I mean, I'm not even breaking too much of a sweat some days other than from the heat. I just walk, and that a couple miles a day of walking really helps my legs. And then biking. Biking also has helped define the calf muscles in my legs. I am able to bike up hills here in Boulder, so I have a little bit of that resistance that I didn't have in flat Florida. So I am able to really develop the muscles in my legs by biking, and that's the only thing I do. I don't do any leg weights other than walking and biking. That's it. That's the extent of my exercise. I love it. I'm in nature. I'm not stuck in a gym. Other sweaty people. I just like being out in nature. The other thing I do is what I would call more of a tense and release type exercise. That's how I got my shoulders chiseled up and my biceps chiseled up. Now, my arms aren't that big. I have kind of skinny arms. However, they are toned and defined. And the way I got them this way is by what I call tense and release. And if you look it up, you'll be able to read a little bit more about it. What it is I can't do repetitive motions. I can't even repetitively lift a can of beans or peas because it bothers my joint. It's just anything I do really gets things stirred up for me when it comes to my fibro and anything else that I'm dealing with. But I have been able to do a tense release exercises. And what that means is when I'm biking, I'm kind of leaning over on my bike when I'm biking. And what I do is I just hold onto the handles tight. Just a matter of gripping those handles and keeping that tension has helped me develop my upper body. It's just kind of crazy. The other kind of things I do are just when I'm walking and doing regular things around the house, I try to do things in a way that would create exercise. For example, when I'm walking my dogs and I'm holding his leash, I'm not necessarily holding his leash up this high so you can see what I'm doing, but when I hold onto his leash, I just tense, and that way that tension helps create sort of a resistance that has helped me develop muscle. Not manly muscle, kind of more of a defined muscle. When I'm holding his leash, sometimes I'll pull it this way and hold it when he's giving me a little bit of resistance. That also has helped with developing my upper body. Anything involving even sitting up on a chair and leaning back and just squeezing my back muscles and my triceps, just holding it kind of tight and then kind of squeezing it and then releasing it. It's a tension release sort of exercise. And that is all I do to develop my upper body. I don't have any underarm jiggle. My shoulders are defined. My triceps are defined. My biceps are defined, all from not lifting any weights, all from doing everyday things around the house, walking my dog, just putting tension on my muscles, holding things a certain way, not lifting, going up and down, just tensing my muscles as I'm holding onto something and then releasing. Tensing my muscles while I'm leaning over the bike and then releasing. That has been it. So I would have to say that is how I keep myself trim over 55. I don't starve myself. If I want to go out to dinner, I go out to dinner. If I want to go out to have Vietnamese food, I have Vietnamese food. If I want to go to Carrabba's, I go to Carrabba's. If I want to eat the bread at Carrabba's, I eat the bread at Carrabba's. But then the next day, I'm a little bit more careful when it comes to what I eat. Not the quantity I eat, but what I eat. I never count calories. Ever. I eat when I'm hungry, and I supplement with snacking. Instead of snacking on crackers and things like that, I may just have a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, almond butter that I've ground at Whole Foods, or peanut butter that I've ground at Whole Foods, and drinking tea twice a day. Earthworms. Yummy. Drinking tea twice a day has also helped. You know, I was really surprised at how much it has helped me trim the rest of my body down, and I feel fairly healthy, even though I'm on a lot of medication still dealing with some health issues. But my body wise, I do feel like I'm heading in the right direction. So I wanted to answer that question for some people. It's super easy. It doesn't involve a lot of equipment. If you can walk, if you can do resistance, if you can do tense and release kind of exercises, you can tone your body. Super easy. Right now, I am doing a tense exercise. I am just tensing my muscles. I'm not holding my breath at all, just tensing that one area as I'm holding on to something. And that's all I do. Super, super easy. If you just think about the things you do during the day, you'll find a lot of different ways you could exercise without having to go to the gym and actually do it. Take care, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye from Marla.